Hello everyone, welcome back to Exam B. You may subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. I hope your preparation is going well, and we have been discussing the series of 50 days, 50 questions every day for RBI DEPR Phase 1 examination. We are on day number 23 today. So if you have not watched the previous videos, please go back and watch them and get your concepts cleared, answer each and every question and see where you are getting stuck. Let's start with day 23. The question is that consider this particular utility function given by, this is 4x square plus 9y square plus 12xi. Okay, this is 4x square plus 9y square plus 12xi. Now here, for this kind of utility function, you have to tell what kind of preferences are these. Are these complements? Are these substitutes? Or whether they are quasi-linear preferences. What do you mean by quasi-linear? Quasi-linear means partly linear. So one of the variable is not linear, either x or y, one of the commodity, and the other could be linear. Then Cobb-Douglas preferences or none of these. So you have to figure out, given this utility function, what do you think, which of these preferences does this satisfy? So I hope you know about each and every type of preferences and how the indifference curve for them look like. If you know how to solve this question, just pause it and solve it and then mark your answer, then come back, continue watching it. If not, let's discuss each of these kinds of preferences. So say complements are those kinds of a standard form of a utility function. For complements is minimum of ax comma by, right? This is the utility function for such a function, for such preferences, complements, because if goods are consumed together, they cannot be substituted for the other. And this is how you represent the utility function, and the indifference curves for these are L-shaped. Similarly, for substitutes, the utility function is ax plus by, and the indifference curves are straight lines, right? And straight lines downward sloping, and the slope would depend upon the values of a and b, right? And for quasi-linear preferences, it could be either of the form, let's say this is the utility function. Okay, one is linear, the other is partly non-linear. So we say that this whole function is quasi-linear, partly linear. Then Cobb-Douglas is represented by, you have a power on the two commodities, so x1c times x1d, and we know, so c and d only denote x2d, and here c and d denotes only the curvature of the indifference curve. So indifference curves are convex, okay, but the values of c and d will determine how the curvature of the ICs look like. If the cn plus d is equal to 1, then we say that these are well-behaved preferences, which are special kind of Cobb-Douglas preferences. Okay, well-behaved. And so these are some common kinds of preferences and utility functions that we generally see, right? And in quasi-linear, what happens is that ICs would become vertical translates or horizontal translates, depending upon which of the good is depending upon which good it is quasi-linear in, right? It could be either vertical translates or horizontal translates of one another, something like that, right? So these are some general kinds of ICs in the utility functions. So this, see, clearly we know that this does not fall in any of these categories. Just by looking at this, you cannot make out that whether it's going to fall in any of these categories or not. Definitely this, no, there's a min function, right? And partly linear, non-linear could be, but here you have a combination, right? So most likely this shouldn't be quasi-linear also. This doesn't look like quasi-linear. Now there's a plus sign, so obviously it's not multiplied. So Cobb-Douglas also not possible. Perfect substitutes, can we rule out this case? See, if you see this function closely, you can write this as what? 2x plus 3y whole square, right? Because I can expand this a plus, using the formula for a plus b whole square. What is the formula for a plus b whole square? It is a square plus b square plus 2ab, right? So I can write this. When I expand this, I have what? 4x square plus 9y square plus 12xy, right? This is what I'll get, which is the same as the original utility function. So basically what we can say is that this particular utility function, and now you've just squared it, so it's a monotonic transformation, right? Squaring a perfect substitute function gives you a monotonic transformation. So this is simply a monotonic transformation that is done here. So basically here the preference are essentially of this form only, ax plus by, just that you've done a monotonic transformation. So this is perfect substitutes only, right? And hence the right answer is substitutes for this case. I hope you've understood. Okay, for more such questions, attempt the link that is given to you in the description of this video. We have given the 2022 memory based paper for you to attempt in the description of this video. Also, you'll get the PDF of the various memory based papers. You'll get all the links that are there, and you can also attempt the earned mock test on our website and make use of the playlist, right, in order to prepare 50% faster. If you have other queries, you can call us here. Keep preparing. Thank you.